The question is that the amendment be agreed to. I call the member for Shortland.
Thank you, Mr Deputy Speaker. I'd like to start my contribution to this debate by congratulating the former Minister for Infrastructure, Mr Anthony Albanese, on the work that he has done to bring this project to fruition. I'd also like to thank the member for Barara for his advocacy to the O'Farrell government in managing to get them to sign up to this project back on the 21st of June last year. I know he's been a long supporter of the project, just as I've been a long supporter of this project, because it really benefits the people that I represent in Lake Macquarie and on the central coast of New South Wales. I'd particularly like to draw the House's attention to the amendment that was moved by the Shadow Minister, where he mentions that the money that was spent, the $450 million that was committed in June 2013, and the simple fact that the former government committed to build the M1, M2 links. Also, the amendment to point C, that the former government include the full funding for the federal project in the 2013 budget. Now, so this project was funded under Labor, it was fully funded under Labor, it was committed to under Labor, and as much as I hate to say it, this is one thing that the former Howard government avoided, and I'm really pleased that the Abbott government has made a commitment to back Labor to the line. Now, Mr Deputy Speaker, I was really confused last week when I saw the announcement of this project because of the fact that it had already been announced, the funding had already been committed to. And as I considered the issue, I realised that the only new thing about the announcement of NorthConnex was the banner, the sign that was present at the announcement. So, Mr Deputy Speaker, at a time when we have a Prime Minister that says he wishes to be known as the Infrastructure Prime Minister, at a time when Infrastructure Australia is being undermined by the current government, at a time when decisions relating to infrastructure are going to be delegated to a committee, I'm really pleased to see a project as vital as this being funded and committed to by the government, by the Abbott government. And I know the member for Barara has been an advocate for it for a long time. I give him credit for that, and I give him credit for being able to get his Prime Minister to follow up the commitment and the funding that the Labor government made under the former Infrastructure Minister and now Shadow Infrastructure Minister. I find it really interesting that all of a sudden we have ministers going out and supporting projects and having photo ops at sites where projects some of them have been fully funded and built under the previous Labor government, like the Hunter Expressway that the member for Hunter put so much effort into seeing was delivered. And on Friday, it was interesting, and I put interesting in inverted commas, to see ministers of the Abbott government up taking credit for something that Labor funded and that the member for Hunter fought for, and now they take credit for it. Just as in this particular case, a project that's of vital importance to the people I represent in this parliament, vital importance to the City of Sydney, we have the Abbott government standing up, taking credit for something that they're only following Labor with. So congratulations, Shadow Minister, for the work that you did when you were Minister. This will really benefit the people of my